Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Cool Eagle, back here with another video. Just want to come talk to you guys because, well, do we have some topics to discuss today? Uh, the Eagle season is still on and about, man. We're racing towards playoff season for a fifth consecutive time. Something that a lot of coach quarterback combinations don't really do in the time that they're together. And despite a lot of scrutiny in the beginning, middle of the season, the Philadelphia Eagles have still kept true to their mantra of making the playoffs, making a strong playoff push, and competing for titles. Unlike other teams, in our division, that haven't done nothing in the past 30 years. No, I'm 31 years old. God bless that, right? And then other teams haven't done anything since I was born. So if you're my age or younger, it really doesn't make sense to be a fan of any other team that hasn't gotten you at least a Super Bowl or two in the past time that you've been alive. But we still have commentators, even going up to this game against the Buffalo Bills, which kind of matters, kind of not. That they're still picking quarterbacks that have not done anything in the league, uh, as far as competing for titles, because regular season accolades are cool. They're good for the views. They're good in bringing in the traction of the viewers. They're good for putting butts in the seats in that 17-week span. But if we really look into the totality of it, can your quarterback win you a Super Bowl? And time and again, these pundits get on national media, whether paid to or not, and they keep saying these false narratives that Jalen Hurts is somehow lesser than these other quarterbacks because he doesn't have the regular season accolades that one would expect in a passing league, right? So I'm going to show you guys a clip on ESPN where they are literally glazing Josh Allen like a glazed donut, like just glazing the man, and saying why they are picking him over Jalen Hurts. And we're going to watch that here right now. And thank you guys for the guys that are going to show up and watch this later on. I know this is an impromptu, and I don't really have my usual setup that I would just do to get y'all coming in. But here is the ESPN clip where they're literally glazing the hell out of Josh Allen. So have we forgot that Josh Allen has literally had a good wide receiver core plus a star running back in his tenure in the league, or are we forgetting that? Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis. He's always had a good set of tight ends. He's always had a pretty decent offensive line that's allowed him to be Superman. He's always had a fantastic running game, whether that be James Cook, that, and then they had a plethora of talent around Josh Allen. But let's hear what the Jeff Saturday Hall of Fame offensive lineman for the Peyton Manning era has to say about this one. So Jalen Hurts has never had to carry a team when his team was having a bad day. Have we forgotten that Jalen Hurts' second year in the league, he was literally throwing to guys like Nelson, like Quez Watkins, Nelson Aguilar, Jalen Rager. Have we forgotten these things? Have we forgotten in 2023 when he took us to a 10-1 record, a win versus the Buffalo Bills, mind you, a win versus the Buffalo Bills, mind you, with the worst defense in the league, giving up points, giving up touchdowns to even some of the most bottom tier teams. Like they're giving up points, but Jalen Hurts was able to put the team on his back and get us to a 10-1 record. Now the collapse after that, you got to make him accountable for. But to say Josh Allen has put the team on his back with the worst defense in the league, bottom tier offensive line, but yet you still have the number one rusher in the league in James Cook. So one could argue that Josh Allen has just been along for the ride. Josh Allen literally is being carried by James Cook. Same thing y'all were saying about Jalen Hurts last year being carried by Saquon Barkley. Josh Allen is literally repeating the same thing this year. Repeating the same thing this year. And whose fault is it that his defense is so bad? I thought he had a defensive-minded head coach. Why isn't the head coach talking to his defense and telling them to play better? I'm saying, and there are a multitude of games that we can point out. Namely that game against the Atlanta Falcons where Josh Allen gets out of character, starts playing hero ball, throwing interception after interception, causing his team to lose games. So the defense has not been the focal point of blame for a lot of these Buffalo Bills losses. But let's let Jeff Saturday talk about it, right? Okay. All right. So not even to poo-poo on Josh Allen. Josh Allen is one of the more exciting quarterbacks in the league. We cannot take that from Josh Allen. But to say that you would rather have him in the playoffs over Jalen Hurts, who's been to 2 Super Bowls, has had some of the greatest performances in Super Bowl history, top 5 passer rating in the Super Bowl, something that Josh Allen hasn't been able to sniff. The only kind of bowl that Josh Allen is sniffing is a goddamn Chipotle bowl from Chipotle, a Cantina bowl from Taco Bell. Any other bowl that you can think of that has not anything to do with the Super Bowl, the NFL championship game called the Super Bowl, Josh Allen is nowhere part of that discussion. There are a lot of really important stats that Jalen Hurts is top 5 in that literally can get you into the Hall of Fame right now. Now, I will admit, if Jalen Hurts can continue his longevity of excelling as a passer in the league and getting those multiple 4,000-yard seasons on top of his success in the playoffs, you're literally talking about a guy with a staunch resume that people only equate to guys being nominated and going into the Hall of Fame. The John Elways, the Steve Youngs. Josh Allen, if he were to retire today, right, he would be forgotten. He would be forgotten. Phillip Rivers literally had to come out of retirement at 44 years old. And now he's back in a conversation like, oh yeah, Phillip Rivers, yeah, man, he still got it. He doesn't have a lick of athleticism, but hey, he still got it. He still got it. Yeah. Phillip Rivers still got it, but he had to come out of retirement for that. And he really came out of retirement for nothing because the Colts are in the hunt now. The Texans are taking that division. The Texans and the Jaguars are going to represent that division, not the Colts. So this is probably the easiest time for Josh Allen to even make some kind of push to better his resume in the playoffs. You have no more Patrick Mahomes. He's gone for a year or two because of that ACL injury. Like, he had his surgery in Dallas. But there's no guarantee that he'll be back probably by week 11 or 12 of the season. And then, it's going to take him a while to get acclimated into the game. And from reports in Chiefs camp, Brett Veach is going to revamp the entire team. Travis Kelce is pending retirement, which is okay. He's a 38-year-old man about to marry one of the greatest pop stars of our generation. He has nothing left to play for. Seen 5 Super Bowls, playoffs every year. He got wear and tear on his body that a warranty wouldn't cover right now. He has nothing left to play for. They got to go to the draft. They got to get some players, but Josh Allen doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Josh Allen don't have to worry about no. Josh Allen does not have to worry about Patrick Mahomes. He ain't got to worry about no Lamar Jackson. He ain't got to worry about no Joe Burrow. He doesn't have to worry about any of the big four. His biggest threat to his legacy right now are Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, CJ Stroud, who I think is going to take the AFC, in my opinion. And I mean, they have all the qualities of a good team that could make a playoff push. He has playoff wins under his belt the first 2 years of his career. Hey, man, that defense is amazing. Offense still a little bit questionable, but hey, the AFC's wide open for Josh Allen, bro. He's not going through the big four. And if he doesn't even sniff an AFC championship game this year, even going to a Super Bowl, if he's just sniffing another Taco Bell Cantina Bowl or a Chipotle Bowl and not the Super Bowl, we got to have a serious conversation about Josh Allen. Like, we got to have a serious conversation. We got to put him in that Phillip Rivers category. Because there are times where Phillip Rivers had a wide open AFC when Tom Brady's teams didn't make it, or he wasn't playing in that year because he had the ACL injury. He was losing a guy like Andrew Luck. He losing a guy like Andrew Luck, Joe Flacco, who y'all call Fluco. He wasn't doing none of it. So Josh Allen has amazing talent. Probably one of the better arms in the league. But he's had ample opportunity for these guys' points and them picking him over hers. He could have justified a lot of their points right now. A lot of the media glazing of him. If he would have just, in one of those 4 or 5 times that he battled with Patrick Mahomes, if he would have got past him at least once and got to a Super Bowl, even if he lost it, it still would have been okay for Josh Allen. Now they gave Jalen Hurts a lot of shit for losing a Super Bowl, but because he's Josh Allen, it's okay if he loses a Super Bowl. It's okay if he were to lose a Super Bowl. Now, again, Josh Allen don't get to the playoffs and make a strong push to the Super Bowl with none of the big four playing. We got to have a serious discussion. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to have that, but we have to. But we literally have to. So off that, tell me who y'all's picks are tomorrow with the Eagles and the Bills. I think they have a good slate of games tomorrow. Today, kind of boring. The Texans pulled off a really good win against the Chargers. I'm picking the Texans. I'm picking the Houston Texans to come out of the AFC because of the reasons I named earlier. Really solid defense, offense, a little questionable, but solid when they're actually on it. Um, and the Ravens and the Packers, I'm not even bothered with that one because neither start quarterback is playing and neither teams are relevant right now. Um, but yeah, man, give me y'all's picks for the Eagles Bills tomorrow. Obviously, I got the Eagles for obvious reasons, right? Um, hoping to go 2-0 against Josh Allen in Jalen Hurts tenure. Go 2-0. We already got an undefeated streak with Patrick Mahomes, trying to get another undefeated streak with one of the big four. We're 1-0, 2-0 against Joe Burrow. But we got another topic to talk about, right? A woman ends an engagement. All right. A woman ends an engagement with the man, despite being a perfect man, like what have you. And it's a really big story going on Instagram that I just want to show you guys so we can talk about it. Um, so he didn't cheat. He didn't do anything wrong. She didn't say he was unattractive because if she said that he was just unattractive, whatever. Because obviously like you're not going to be with someone like for the rest of your life that you're not attracted to. But she just said clarity comes with silence. What the fuck does that even mean? What that means to me, as someone that grew up with all girls and has seen enough of this feminist bullshit, she had to talk with her homegirls. One of her homegirls secretly hating on her, like most female friend groups. Uh, like one of the homegirls hating and just projecting that hate into advice disguised as careful advice to a homegirl, saying and they probably put in her head that she should leave this man, despite everything checking off as a green flag. So no, it's not clarity and silence. You left this man because you let your friends talk to you in your ear, and I hate that this young man is having to go through this. Probably spend a lot on a ring because that's what most men do. That they go all out for a woman that they think that they're gonna be with for the rest of their life. And now he has to see this, and then she put it on social media too. And it just goes to show you, man, you don't want to be with a girl that's chronically online like this. Doom scrolling and all that, whatever. But she chasing clout off this. She trying to go viral at the expense of somebody that probably truly loved her and wanted to spend the rest of her life, well, his life with her. All because the clarity that went in silence, that actually wasn't in silence. Okay. Look at that. All the women in her life. Ain't no male friends around her to tell her how stupid. Ain't no male friends in her life to tell her how stupid this is. To leave a perfectly good man to chase validity from online strangers that you got from your own stupid little friends that convinced you that it was too good to be true. This is crazy. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. And this is why social media just wasn't for everybody, man. Clout is a dangerous drug. Clout is an extremely dangerous drug. Stepping into something new. Like what is something new that she's stepping into? Because once she leaves this man, I'm assuming that obviously like she wants to be single. She's gonna break a man's heart. She's putting herself online for so future prospects are gonna look at this and be like, well, damn, bro, like she got the perfect good situation, man. Like this girl must not be shit. So she really so something new is just setting herself up for failure. She's setting herself up for failure. Like that's what's gonna happen. So you don't have a plan. So you're starting a new chapter with no writer, no script, nothing. This was purely because you let your friends get in your head. I don't know what they told you, ma'am, but this is not the move, man. You found some good, you got to keep hold because it's so hard to find some good out here, man. Y'all know how these dating streets are these nowadays. Y'all know how it is, and the fact that she has some good, perfect, mind you. She said she didn't do nothing wrong. She said it was perfect. Like they're probably like besties, like outside their relationship, but it wasn't enough for her. That should piss a lot of you women off. That should piss a lot of you women off. Hmm. And that's the thing. You look at the short term effects, and then months, years down the line, you start to regret it. And let's go into another video that we found on X where she goes deeper into why she left this man. Eh, okay, so not even 10 seconds into the video, like she's already lying. Like she was debating on sharing this with the internet. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You saw how big and popping that first Instagram clip got you. Now you're like, damn, now I gotta follow it up. Because internet sensationalism for an individual is like does not last long. Not everyone can be like a Charleston White. Not everyone can be like a Bobby Altoff. Not everyone can be Aiden Ross. So when you got a little bit of clout, you got to ride it. And she saw and she saw the little bit of clout that she got, and now she's riding on top of it. No, you built a platform because you're doing something that's a trend. Like you're being toxic. So I can bet a dime to a leaf that your audience is a lot of these toxic women that would probably do the same thing you would do, like would screw over a perfect man that does nothing wrong to you, but because uh, short term internet validation, you would be, you know what? Let me just hear this dumb broad. I'm personally about tired of this shit already. No, it wasn't. It is. It won't help nobody. Look at that ring. Oh my god. So y'all tell me what y'all think whenever y'all get a chance to watch this, because I'm beside myself. You left a perfectly good situation because you let internet strangers and your dumbass homegirls get into your head that it's okay to leave a perfectly good situation. He like the man didn't do anything wrong. It's just you thought there'd be more out there because you see, and I can just tell, like, bro, like look at this hair color, bro. Like, look at the hair, look at the nails, right? All indications. And then she said she built a platform, meaning that she's been watching other people build a platform, and she see these other women just like her who probably ruin good opportunities themselves. And you're like, and she's seen what they get, and she's like, damn, well, yeah, it might be a stupid decision, but I feel, I feel, instead of logically saying, like, damn, like, I'm 31 years old. Like, how often am I going to get this opportunity to be with somebody that truly loves me, truly cares about me? We have great chemistry. Okay, maybe we may be taking it too fast for a marriage. So let's just take it back and just be engaged a little longer. There's nothing wrong with long-term engagements. I've known people with 8, 10 year engagements and they end up getting married and having a very beautiful life. Having a very so if y'all were just engaged for 1 or 2 years and you were having cold feet and you just wanted to slow down a little bit, there would have been nothing wrong with that. You still could have had your platform. You could have said all the dumb shit you wanted to while still not screwing over a good opportunity. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got more content on the way. I'm going to get back into the swing of doing this. Uh, yeah, man. But I'm just like, I feel sorry for this guy, man. But I'm out of here. Dumbass shit these women talk about these days, man. Yeah.